Rhythm is life. Rhythm is soul. I say, let's get it right this time. Let love unfold.
Why does the me feel so real? That's the burning question. Why does it feel so goddamn bloody real? Why does it feel here? What could possibly be happening or occurring for the me to feel so real when you've come to understand, hopefully, you've come to understand that the me is nothing but thoughts, pattern of thoughts, that you have zero control over. What the hell's happening? If me is a pattern of thoughts, in the absence of which thoughts, in the absence of thoughts, me disappears, personal me disappears, yeah, why is it feeling like me is so real? Why? Why?
Like a really strong habit or something like that.
Yeah, but there's something occurring. Come on, have a look. There's something occurring.
There's a sort of need for a reference point, or it seems to be a need for a reference point for your attention. And that wherever this reference point is, like at the moment, it seems to be here or with me here, me in quote marks. So it's kind of like, it sort of reinforces this theory that there's some thing or person that is experiencing everything. But actually, when you look at it, you see that's not true. But then why do you flip back into that all the time? Why don't you, the minute you accept that as a proposition, why don't you, boom, stop thinking like that at all?
I want you to tell me the answer to that. Exactly. Why? This is what I'm asking you. What's going on there? Why? Because you absolutely feel like you're here, right?
Yeah.
You can't say, no, I don't, I'm not here. You can't say that. You'd have to be there to say it. Do you understand? So you absolutely feel like you are here. True?
Right.
Yeah. And that's a direct experience, is it not? You can't experience not being here.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So that's your direct experience. Yeah. Now, something happens which then labels this experience of being here right now as me here right now. Remember, when we create amnesia and the personal self disappears, the consciousness, awareness, and beingness stays.
Does the person, I mean, I'm sort of, the person who really does have amnesia, do they actually kind of feel like they're missing a me? Do they sort of say there's like, I wish I knew who I was, or, stuff like that?
Perhaps, yeah, perhaps.
Is that like because of the habit of having a me?
Yeah. I'd like to be able to recall who I was. Might be the thought that arises. I'd love to get a hold of somebody. I really would. I'd love to get a hold of somebody that just experienced complete amnesia. Oh man, could I have fun with them? Could I point stuff out to them really quickly? Really quickly. So little baggage. The only baggage is, who am I? I can't remember who I am. That's the baggage. That's it. That's all I'd have to deal with. instead of the whole backstory. Yeah. So why does it feel like me is real? What the hell's going on there?
Well, the experience of being here is real.
Right.
And it sort of tags on to that.
And what?
It tags along with that, you know,
What
like
good. What does? Good.
me,
What does?
me does.
Right. What's that?
The thought of a me. The thought that there is a me.
Right.
Tags along. It's kind of, it's not necessary.
Right.
But it claims.
How does it do that, James? How does it do that? How does it tag along? What's the process right there? What happens?
It's an assumption. There's this assumption that every single thing that happens that is being experienced by me,
Right.
some of which I caused and some of which I didn't, and that every sense, that impression that comes in is being experienced by me, and then me goes to bed every night and switches off and wakes up again in the morning.
Good. So what's happening there? Why is that the experience? Why?
Because it's the belief that's been bred into us by our parents and our societies. And
Good. Okay. Bred into who?
I don't know.
Trying to get you. I'm being pretty sharp with you right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. What happens? What happens there? There's something that happens that needs to be seen. Because you absolutely feel like you're here, right?
Yes.
Good. And I'm not going to deny you are.
It's like a false explanation.
A false
explanation.
No cigar. Close. No cigar. What's happening there, James? Come on, this is your experience. This is your experience of your own mind, your own body, your own consciousness, your own awareness.
It's like a myth. It's like the myth of the non-existent me or something. You know, it's not questioned.
I understand that. But why does the me feel so real?
The experience is real.
That's closer. That's closer.
It just doesn't need that extra layer of explanation. It doesn't need the me.
Yeah. Is it the me having the experience?
No, the me is a thought.
Now, what do you want? Now, what you want is, yeah, but I want to experience this.
No, I don't want to experience it. I want to stop believing it. Stop believing
Good. Okay, great. Now, what's believing it?
There's no one believing it.
So, what's the,
well, that's...
what are we trying to stop here? And who's trying to stop it?
Well, that's right.
Good. So where is all of that story, where is all that occurring?
In thought.
Yeah. And are you doing any of that?
No, not on purpose.
Not on purpose. Are there any thoughts in there that you can do on purpose?
Well, you think you can, but you can't really. They just pop up. Thoughts.
And what about the personal me thoughts? Like, are you responsible for those?
No.
They just pop up too, don't they?
Yeah, everything pops up.
They just pop up too, yeah?
Well, some thoughts pop up a lot more often than others.
Yeah. Who cares? The fact is, they're just popping up. What the hell are you doing taking ownership of them? And, more to the point, who is it that would be taking ownership of them? Who? What?
Why are they there? I don't get that part.
You'll discover that later. let's
Right.
get to the bottom of this fictitious me. It's got to be fully exposed. Fully exposed. You have to see it, James. And you can. Otherwise, I wouldn't be asking you to. You totally can.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can.
I don't think I've got any more questions.
Where would you have to be to see the myth of the me? Where would you have to be to see that?
Nowhere. I mean, wherever you are, like being conscious from, sees everything. So
Look, can't we just say right here?
yeah, right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah. Is this not where the experiencing is happening?
Yeah.
Seeing, the hearing. It's all happening here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So can this that's happening here be that?
No.
You're aware of that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're aware of that from here. From here. Sitting on that couch right now. From here now. Now, from your direct experience, this here now that you're experiencing right now, James, yeah? Is that the me that you experience in here?
No.
You
This
just
is
said
like
no.
the real me.
You just said no.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you understand the significance of you just saying no? Do you actually understand the significance of that?
Well, that's the truth, isn't it?
Right. What have I, I've been saying? This is a truth fact finding mission. That's right. It is the truth. Now, if there still feels like there's a me here, let's uncover that. Why? Why hasn't there been the disengagement from that mythical me yet? And I'm not saying you haven't disengaged, but if you haven't, why not? You know the truth. You know the truth. You know the truth.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't
Don't get what?
why understanding the truth immediately doesn't change everything.
Because it's me that has a concept about the truth. That's why it's not changing anything. The absolute truth is you are here right now, aware of the mind, aware of the me, aware of the patterns, aware of it all. That's the truth. Me can't see anything. Me can't be aware of anything. Me can't experience anything. Zero. Absolute zero. That's why I sometimes ask, name something that a thought can experience. Anything. Me's constructed of thoughts. We create amnesia. Your me disappears. What have we wiped out with amnesia? Thoughts, a memory, a background, just thoughts. A descriptive tool. All it does is describe. It's all symbolic. It's all about symbols and beliefs and assumptions. And there's no fact in there. And all it does is describe. Mine just describes. That's all it does. That's all. And the irony of that, it's describing something that it can't experience.
It seems like if every time you're having an insight or something, that's actually a thought, right? you're not really getting any closer to getting away from the me. Even that's another thought, that you can get away from it, all that sort of stuff. But it does seem a little bit like a sort of a sad trap that people are in.
It kind of is. However, yeah, I don't want to debunk thought altogether, because we're using that right now. We're communicating. Dualistically, we're communicating. Yeah? So I don't want to debunk thought altogether. You know, if a thought arises, hold on, this is not true. If you're abiding, if you're really, that particular thought would be okay. See, when the lights turn on, it's not like you're not going to think again. You'll think, thoughts will happen. Just what's going on, or the thoughts will no longer be all about me. It'll just be about now. What's happening now? Whoa, like a kid, like a child, like a kid. They've got bugger all backstory, bugger all. They can't get terribly distracted by the backstory. That's why when you see kids, they're in the present. 1 minute they're happy and laughing, next minute they're crying, and then 30 seconds later they're happy again and running around, purely in the moment. It gets I know, James, that you believe there's no me. I know you believe that. Yeah. But it needs to be known as a fact, not a belief. Absolute fact. Purely by seeing what it is. And if you can see it, yeah, it can't be you.
Yes.
It literally can't be you. And it's all right, like, you know, mind is used for a while, you know, to try and understand this. You know, it is used for a while. Otherwise, I wouldn't say, yeah, it's a logical fact-finding mission. Otherwise, I wouldn't say that. Yeah. But at some point, it gets put down. At some point, it's not needed. And there's an absolute knowing of that. Just put down.
Okay, thank you.
That's okay. It's like, just look, James, a closer look. That's all. That's all. A closer look. That's all it is. Yeah. Try and go from belief to fact. Yeah. Try and go from intellectually it makes sense that there's no me here. Intellectually it makes sense. Yeah. So I believe that. But you're still not experiencing it. So it's a closer look. Yeah. Because there's still an assumption there that there's a me here that's going to experience this. Whether you see it or not, that's what's happening. Otherwise, the whole thing would drop and you'd be here. Where you've always been, by the way, here. Never not been here. When is it not now? When? When is it not now? Come on. When is it not now? It's always now. It's now. Yeah. And then the now, if you like, gets veiled by mind. Veiled. And then the absolute now is not being experienced. The me steps in because this is being veiled by mind and says, it's me. I'm here. I'm experiencing this, which is not true. Absolutely not true. Me can't experience anything. And I know this might sound confusing, but you can. You're conscious right now. You're aware right now. Have more interest in that, James, than this. Yeah. Whilst me believes it's experiencing consciousness, it's hard because the me will go, yeah, I'm conscious, but so? What's the where are the fireworks? I'm conscious, so straight away that's a red flag, that it's thought or mind claiming ownership of consciousness. It can't experience it at all. It only has a concept of it. So when the mind says, yeah, I'm conscious, it's just as a concept about consciousness. And a concept is not going to be the direct experience of consciousness, is it not? It's going to be a concept about it. And the mind goes, what's the big deal? Not realizing, that it only has a concept of consciousness. You can't directly experience it, James.
Every single thing you do, you couldn't do it. Well, everything that happens, every experience that happens, could not happen without consciousness.
Correct.
So consciousness is the constant. It's always there.
Correct. Is it not?
It's just the thoughts about whatever are the kind of.
That's the problem.
Unnecessary extra. Yeah.
That's the problem. That's the overlay. That's the overlay. See that. They're your thoughts. It's occurring for you. You're in the best seat in the house. See that. See what's actually happening. See what's happening. Now, the me can't see what's happening. Where are you right now? Sitting here, conscious, aware. It's this that sees what's happening. This. This that you're experiencing right now, that the mind is claiming to be me. And it's not. It's you. Just have a closer look, man. Just have a little bit more of a closer look, yeah? Just try and see what's happening from your own direct experience. They're your thoughts. You're privy to it all. See what the hell's going on. Seriously, see what the hell is going on. And the only thing that can see and experience the truth of what's going on is this that's sitting here right now. Because this is where the aliveness is, the awakeness is, the consciousness is, the awareness is. The seeing, the understanding is happening here. The truth is here. You are that. You are experiencing this. But we give it no value because mind has got this as a concept. Yeah. See that. See what the mind's doing about this. See it. Just see it. Yeah. Okay. You must look. You must look. I can't give this to you. All I can do is encourage you to see what the hell's going on. That's all I can do. Man, if I could give it to you, I would. I would. I'm trying. I'm trying. It's not something I can give you. You already have it. You already have it. You've just been dealing with the mind your whole life going, meh, 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 this and that and blah, blah, blah. What about this? In your direct experience, what about this? Man. Without consciousness, there'd be nothing. That's got to be primary. That's got to be your interest. You can even be conscious, yeah, without the story. Amnesia. Be. So the beingness or consciousness or awareness is not dependent on the me, one iota. We have no idea how profound consciousness is until we do. We have no idea. I'm interested in this little person, which is all imagined. It's all imagined. That's why it's sometimes referred to as a dream. Just like your character pops up in a dream when you're asleep. Yeah. Seems to be real according to the character in the dream. Otherwise, you wouldn't experience a nightmare. It all seems to be real. As soon as you wake up in the morning, you're like, whoa. The character in the dream when you're asleep can't experience waking up. Can't experience it. Yeah. Its reality is what's going on in that dream. You're not in there. You're out of there. You're not in there. No matter what the dream is saying, you're not in there. That you're taking to be you in the dream is not you. You is what wakes up to it. Whether you, use the analogy of waking up in the morning or waking up now to it. Closer look, that's all. You're so on the right track, totally on the right track. Just a closer look. That's all. That's all. Yeah. And you're in the best seat in the house to have a look. Yeah. You're okay. I don't care what the head's saying. You're okay. You're totally okay. There's nothing wrong with you. Zero. Nothing. Nothing. Never has been. Never has been. It's only the dream character that says, oh, yes, but I've experienced this and I've experienced that. Oh, my God, and this happened. And oh, dream character. You're right here with me now, right now. You're right here. Right here. Here you are. Conscious, aware being. Yeah. That's where you are. Yeah. Mind will say otherwise. It will. Yeah. That's why at some point you've got to put the bloody thing down. Down or surrender it. And even that just happens. From seeing the truth of what's actually happening, what's actually occurring. Seeing the truth. Yeah. That's it. Just have a closer look. That's all. A little closer. Okay, hang on. What's actually really the hell's going on here? Just and you'll start to notice, when you ask, hang on a minute, what's actually going on here? Yeah. You start to reside here to look at what's actually going on. You can only look and be aware of what's actually going on from here because you're conscious and aware here, now. Yeah. And for a moment, it's going to feel like, oh, yes, it's me that's asking what's going on. It's me that can see what's going on. While there's a me that's claiming ownership of seeing what's going on, you'll never truly see what's going on. You've got to see that me that pops up and claims ownership of seeing what's going on. That's the one you've got to look for, that one. Not the garden variety thoughts that you're aware of throughout the course of the day. It's a little me that steps in and goes, God, I wish I could stop these thoughts. What am I missing? What is it Terry's saying that I haven't quite seen? That said all of that is the personal me. That's the one that needs to be seen. What the hell's that? Because it's that believes it's on the quest. It's on this spiritual path. That's trying to understand non-duality. That's trying to get this. That's the one you've got to look at. Not all the other rubbish that goes on, in your head throughout the course of the day. It's this personal me. Watch that arise. What is that? What the hell is that? That's what you need to see. Yeah. If you don't look for that, there's just going to continue to be an assumption that me is here. Yeah. Looking at the mind and saying, yeah, I'm not the body and I'm not the feelings. And, it'll still be a me saying all that. And it'll be extraordinarily, the feeling will be extraordinarily bland. Like nothing in it. That personal me can't experience anything. Nothing. So I say, like when the lights turn on, you'll realize, oh my God, nothing ever happened. Nothing ever happened. in relation to the personal me I'm talking about. It didn't happen. In reality, it didn't happen. It happened in imagination only. Which is great. Like, yeah, let's wake up from that. Thanks, James. That was very useful.
Terry?
Is that Lindy?
Lindy.
Yes.
Yeah. I think for me, it's when, you know, when you say you, the mind takes it.
As me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you say, look, you must see, it doesn't actually get to the consciousness. It's sort of headed off at the pass by the mind, hijacked, and then the resistance sort of fights. Is, yeah, but I can't, and you're telling us to do this and we can't do anything. And then this whole thing comes off. It's almost like there's this the me causes this barrier that doesn't let, when you say see, actually just get like a gentle encouragement to who you're really talking to. I don't know whether that makes sense.
Kind of.
Because every time you say sort of do something, the me hijacks it and then wants to fight back because there's so much resistance here.
See, look, is there really any doing in seeing?
Well, when I really think about it, if I can let go of the me, I can see no. But as soon as you say see, my me takes that as a do seeing. I see it as a, I take it as a something you're telling me to do.
I know, but what I'm speaking to is that has the capacity to actually see, which is this here right now.
I know, well, that's what I was just saying.
Yeah.
But it sort of misses that because
it does.
Because I've
That's
grabbed
why I
it.
keep hammering at this. Yeah.
I know.
Until it eventually goes, oh, and you just start to see. It dawns.
Mm.
Nothing to do with the me. The me can't make the dawning happen. It just dawns. And you experience that all the time. All of a sudden you go, oh, and something will dawn on you. Oh. When that dawning occurs, it's got nothing to do with the me, right?
No, I know that's what I'm saying. I can now see that is what you're doing, but I've only just seen it because all up until now, and I don't know, I don't want to talk for Liz, but maybe the same's going on, that when you say see, to us that is a do something.
Yeah.
Because the me takes it. Yeah.
I know, but the reality, I know.
So I was just asking you, so what you're really saying, even though it feels to us like you're saying do, you're actually gently encouraging us to see from elsewhere. But we don't take it like that because the me jumps in and assumes it's a message to the me to do something.
Right. And that's why you'll often hear me say, hey, Lindy, are you conscious right now?
Mm.
Good. Are you aware right now? And you go, yeah. Are you being right now? And you go, yeah. It's from there, which is here. Yeah. The seeing happens from here. If it happened from here, yeah, this would be able to see this that's seeing. And it can't. You can see that. It can't. It totally can't.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. But the chances of actually seeing that, there's only little windows every now and again, because the imagined me just jumps in and takes and owns everything you're saying, rather than.
Yeah. That's why I keep coming back to, come back to your direct experience. The direct experience is here. That's the direct experience. Here. Oh, here. Here. Yeah. Whilst we're taking ourselves to be this, we have no idea what this here-ness is, what this is. It's this that I'm constantly speaking to. Yeah.
I know, but it's so easy to miss that. This end.
I know. I'm very, very aware of that. Yeah, very aware of that. That's why I tackle this from different angles sometimes, just to try and, yeah. Yeah.
Can I just say that, I can totally relate to both of you because that's how it started off for me. But if you stick with it, it starts to become clearer.
It does.
Like there's just a knowing now from here what Terry's talking to. And I know it's definitely not here. So I just want to encourage you to not give up and think, oh, it's all hopeless and it's rubbish and whatever, because it does start to sink in. It does start to dawn.
Yeah. And more often than not, it's at that point of it's hopeless. This is hopeless. Like, it's usually at that point, something dawns. That's like the giving up part. It's hopeless. Like, why am I even trying to get this? Or like, you start to see for yourself. It can't be grasped. It can't be had. It can't be, and it's useless trying. You start to see that. You really start to see that. Yeah. And hopefully it's at that point that the person doesn't bail. You got to then stay. Move through that. Yeah. That's, who the hell did I just say that to? Like, I understand. Like, this is so difficult to communicate. It is, yeah. Because I know it's so difficult to communicate, I try and be as direct as I possibly can. But even in being direct as I possibly can, I absolutely know every word that comes out of my mouth, I don't care what it is, every word that comes out of my mouth is not it. Doesn't matter what I say about this, it's not it. It's not. And you don't realize that until, like, what I experienced, when the lights turned on, yeah. I know that's a silly expression. I just can't think of a better one at the moment, but when the lights turned on, one of the first things that dawned on me was, oh my God, every single thing I've ever heard about this, every book I've read, every teacher I've listened to, everything, and I mean everything that I'd ever heard about this, none of it was true. None of it was true. That's why everything is referred to as a pointer. And we don't fully get that. We don't fully get that. Yeah. we're constantly looking at the pointing finger instead of that the finger's pointing to. Constantly looking at the pointing finger. I did for ages, trying to, and that looking at the pointing finger is the mind trying to work out what's going on there. Like, what does it mean? Instead of just dropping the thinking about the pointing finger and just look at what's being pointed to. So everything. Doesn't matter what I say, it's not actually it. Even, the closest I could get to verbalizing this, and it's still not it, is stay with the I am. And even that's not true. There's no you to stay with the I am. Yeah? Like you could tear this to pieces. You really could. And then that's my job when I get people trying to tear it to pieces. And I go, look, yeah, you're right. But then I've got to try and guide them and point. Yeah. If there's no me here, what's the point of doing anything? That's right. That's the truth is, that's right. There is no point. You can't do anything. Nothing you can do. Zero. And then I'll flip it, by saying, but the good news is you can't fuck it up either. If there's nothing you can do, then you can't fuck this up. Relax. It'll dawn. Relax. Eventually this gets in. It just does. In spite of our maze, you've just got to keep turning up. And I don't necessarily mean to satsang. I just mean turning up in terms of yourself and your own direct experience. Keep turning up. What's happening? Don't get caught up in the content of the mind. Please don't get caught up in the content of the mind. It's just noise. Yeah. What I'm pointing to, constantly trying to point to, is that is aware of the noise. And it's not the me that's aware of the noise. The me is the noisiest bloody thing there is. It's noise. It's just noise. Doesn't mean anything. It's just noise. You guys have heard me say before, if the inner dialogue that we have, right, all of a sudden turned into Chinese. All of it. Your own personal me. So there wouldn't even be, you there saying, oh my God, that sounds Chinese to me. I don't understand any of it. Because even that would be said in Chinese. Then what would it be? Noise. No meaning whatsoever. Zero meaning. Where would your personal me go then? If it all of it, all of the internal dialogue turned into a language that couldn't be understood. Just be noise. And even the idea of it just being noise would also be said in Chinese. So then, in your direct experience, this means nothing. And where would you find yourself? Here. Like here. No longer attached to that means nothing anymore. Zero. And all we've done is change the language. Oh my God. Just describe shit. That's all it does. That's all it does. If you don't understand language, it doesn't mean anything. Yet there's just noise. There's, Why do we give that value? What's creating the, the me character and the world and just this? Just this. If it all changed to Chinese, Lindy disappears. Personal Lindy I'm talking about. Yeah? The one that narrates in English. They would disappear. Yeah? But you'd be aware of the noise, wouldn't you? There'd be awareness of the noise. Wouldn't be a person there anymore. There wouldn't be a personal person there anymore. It wouldn't even be the thought, oh, it's just Chinese and now I don't know who I am, because that thought would be in Chinese also. Are you getting this? Yeah. I mean, it's a concept. Again, it's a pointer. Trying to use it as a pointer. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've got an analogy to do with that. Many years ago, I went to Japan, and I was quite often taken out by my friends who had no English and I had no Japanese. And I got so much more from that holiday and seeing things because I couldn't understand anything. So I just shut that off and I was just looking and it was just clear and I couldn't hear the story. So I do jump back to that quite often to try and pull myself back out of.
Now all you got to do, and you'll have to imagine, yeah, it's just imagine that all your own internal dialogue is another language that you don't understand. And what would that experience be like?
Yeah, I've tried that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you would just find yourself here, conscious, aware, awake, being.
I mean, I get it. There are little windows, and then it feels like veil, and then and then veil. So I mean,
yeah. Now, what's important there is those little windows just happen, don't they? You can't make those little windows happen, can you? No. So just stay with it. Just stay with it. And I'm not talking to the me character when I say that.
I know. I think the me character, and you're quite, quite on it. I just want to go. I think that's just based on past experience. When anybody's really comes on like that with me, I kind of shut down and I just want to do this. I'm always trying to not move my chair back, I think. I don't know why that is. I think that's just a conditioned response of,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Hope that helped. Has anybody had any aha moments through this satsang?
Yes, I did.
Malcolm did, yeah. I saw the thumb, Malcolm. Yeah, Donna.
I think the nothing ever happens just landed.
Yeah. It's pretty funny when when that fully comes to be seen. I just roared laughing. I roared laughing. Oh my God. What about you, Malcolm?
Oh, I couldn't. Look, I think today's been brilliant. Brilliant questions, James, guys.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
For me, Terry, it's more like little hand grenades keep getting let off, or it's like hitting that big rock. The rock keeps hitting with a hammer, and you go,
yeah.
You go, still an intactness to it, but there's a trust that I'm just going to keep on keeping on.
Yep. I love that analogy. Yep. Yep. It just happens. You just got to keep turning up to this. Just keep turning up. Yeah. And you're in the best seat to be able to do that. The best seat to be able to do that. Just keep turning up. Yeah. What does that mean? Yeah. Ultimately, it's just notice the beingness, just notice consciousness, awareness, just notice where you are. Really notice where you are. Yeah. You're always here. Yeah. But we think we're in here. It's uncanny how the illusion of it all. Yeah. You're always here. You're not in there. Seriously, you're not in there. You're aware of in there. You're aware of what's going on in there. Aware. This is not aware. And it's this that creates the me. You start to say, Jesus Christ, me's not aware. But there's awareness. Me can't be aware. It's what's going on. The truth just starts to dawn. You just start to awaken from the delusion of the whole thing. Pure imagination, pure, beautiful imagination. Imagination is profoundly amazing. It's beautiful. Beautiful. And then, and when you come out of it, if you like, yeah, you realize you were never in it. There wasn't any suffering. There wasn't nothing was going on. When you pop out of it, it's not even that you pop out of it. It just drops. You find yourself right here where you've always been. And you will know that. You will absolutely know that. That'll make you laugh too.
Terry, there's just a quote I came across the other day, which is to do with the simplicity of this. And it's the most profound discoveries are found by investigating the most obvious. And it's like, of course, it's just this.
Yeah.
And the investigation's already happening. The seeing's already happening. And that's, I think we try too hard to investigate.
Yeah.
Well, it's this. There's awareness, there's a thought. Huh.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all just mind, it's all just mind. The seeker is the mind. That's the seeker. The me is the mind. That's the me. There's not me and mind. There's not. Me is the mind. Full stop. Full stop. Right there. Yeah. Now something amazing happens. You start to become fully aware of the mind. Which means you should start to become fully aware of the me, what it is. You can't not. In the absence of mind, in amnesia, your me disappears. You don't become unconscious or unaware or non-being. in the absence of mind, in the absence of the storying that the mind is doing. Space, time, cause and effect, free will, all invented by mind, all of it. Duality, mind, just mind. And all I keep trying to point to is your non-dual nature, that you actually are, which is non-dual. It's not dualistic. It's not. Totally not. What would step in and say, yes, it is? The mind. Why? Because the mind operates dualistically. That's the only way it can operate. In the absence of, there's no me, there's no other, there's no this, there's no that. There's no separation. No me and other, no separation. No time, no past, no future. Here. Like wide awake. Here. Enjoy it. It's here. Okay. 3 minutes over. Does that matter? Doesn't matter. 3 minutes is no big deal. Is everybody okay?
Yep.
Yeah? Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you. Love spending time with you.
Really good Satsang, really.
Yeah,
Great
thanks so much.
questions, great
Great.
answers, some different answers to what we've heard before. Fantastic.
A great satsang is all dependent on the questions.